Yep. Well, Christmas is just a few days away, and it's time to get your party menu together.
Ryan Rumba joins us this morning with some easy recipes from a Columbia chef. Good morning, Ryan.
Yes, good morning, guys. Christmas is this week, finally, and we're going to get our menus together. I'm here this morning at Culinary Adventures in Columbia with Chef Dennis. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, good. So
Excellent.
We are making easy appetizers
We are.
today.
Yeah, we're going to take some stuff that you might have in the fridge already and just kind of put it together into small bites that you could serve, you know, as your guests are staying at your house for the holidays. So we're going to start off with a corned beef slider.
Yum.
Okay, so we have some corned beef, we have pickled red onions, we have Havarti cheese, we have some horseradish cream sauce, and we have these little slider buns here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start. We're going to butter the bottoms and tops of these. I've got my pan on high. Just want to go ahead and drop those in there. Get a little caramelization on the bottom of those. Just kind of hold them down for a second.
Now this little cooking plate's pretty cool too.
Yeah, this is a conduction heat burner, so we'll have a little bit of brown on those. We'll go ahead and take those out.
Okay. Now we were talking, you know, if you got family over on Christmas Eve and you've got food, you can take this and do appetizers for Christmas Day.
You can use pot roast. You can use leftover steak from a carving station. You can use fresh steak if you have it around. But I had some corned beef that I like to use for this. So in goes our corned beef. Just a little bit of water to rehydrate. And what we'll do here is we'll kind of stack this up to little piles. We'll put a little bit of this Havarti cheese on there. We'll pop that in the oven for just a brief moment, okay?
Okay. Now you've got some that's already come out of the oven.
Thanks to the magic of television.
Yes.
We have an order here that's ready to go. So how we'll assemble this is just a little dab of the horseradish cream sauce on either side of the bun. Take that corned beef and put it on the bottom. Nice big pinch of the pickled onions right on top. Bun on top, and we'll take one of these fancy skewers and stick it right through.
Look at that. Super easy.
Very simple, very easy to do. Most of the times you'll have the stuff laying around your house already anyway.
Right, and how long does the meat and the cheese go in the oven for?
Oh, just about a minute and a half, just till the cheese melts. You know, you just want a nice, the Havarti is a good melting cheese. It's a really, really high fat content cheese that'll melt really, really easily and fast, so.
Okay, in a little bit we're gonna make some other appetizers. What do we got coming up?
Tomato bruschetta with mozzarella, as well as pork belly skewers.
Sounds awesome. When we come back, we're gonna make some of those, and I'm gonna try this. So for now, back to you guys.
Looks good.
Yeah, she had the apron on and everything.
I know. She's the real deal this morning. Well, you've probably done all the shopping. Now it's time to plan your Christmas menu.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my holiday promo to air, too. Everyone has one but me.
Yeah, you didn't make the cut this year.
Yeah, there's a couple of days. Yeah. Well, Ryan Rumba is live this morning with one of Columbia's top chefs who's got some holiday recipes.
Yes, good morning, guys. We are eating good over here. We just had some corned beef sliders, and now we're going to make another easy appetizer for the holidays. I'm here this morning with Chef Dennis. Good morning.
Morning, Ryan.
Now, we just had those corned beef sliders.
We did.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome,
Yeah,
and easy to make.
Yep.
What are we making now?
We're going to do a tomato sofrito bruschetta. So basically we're having all the components of a bruschetta kind of put together in a more whimsical way than just your average bruschetta.
Yes, it sounds fancy.
Ready?
Yes,
Okay,
totally.
here we go. We've got sliced bread, a little bit of butter mixed with olive oil. It's going to go straight into our frying pan. I want a nice crusty bottom on that bread. Now notice I'm not baking these like the normal bruschetta or normal croustades. I want them to still have a nice big chew to them. So not too crispy on these. Just a nice caramelization on one side.
And they're small, perfect little appetizers.
Exactly.
Nothing too huge.
Exactly. So here I have my mozzarella.
Yum. Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to take it and slice it about a ½ inch thick. I've got a ring cutter here, which I'm going to pop little holes out of each of these slices.
That was quick.
It's fast, right?
That pan is hot.
So
Okay.
let those hang out like that. Finish up these little ring cutters.
Those are cool.
Yeah. So we'll take our bread and lay it down onto our cutting board. And we'll start with the pesto, which I'll send you the recipe for.
Yes, we are going to have this recipe up on our website after the show, definitely.
Yeah, so all these components will be explained in further detail.
So that's a pesto sauce.
This is a pesto with almonds instead of pine nuts, right?
Cool.
And then, so here we have our tomato sofrito, which is just Roma tomatoes, shallots, garlic, Worcestershire, sherry vinegar, and olive oil cooked in the oven for a very long time, about 4 hours.
Oh, wow.
So that's really the only way you can get the flavor out of these tomatoes this time of year, if you're using fresh tomatoes.
Okay, and then what are these things over here?
So
you got to explain these.
So
these
yeah,
are pretty cool.
These are balsamic. This is balsamic caviar. So we've taken gelatin and we've solidified balsamic vinegar. And the reason I like doing that is because it doesn't make a smear on the plate. Like when you're pouring reduced balsamic vinegar over stuff, you usually end up getting a big smear and it bleeds out into the tomatoes and the cheese.
You're not getting soggy bruschetta.
Right.
Cool. Oh my gosh, that looks so cool. Looks like a little caviar.
So yeah, it makes a little fun little garnish for your holiday parties. And this is fully explained in the recipe as well.
My producer just said, bring those home for me.
So here I just take celery fond, just the leaves off the inner celery.
Look at how fancy that
stalks.
looks. That looks awesome.
And just put those right there with the balsamic caviar.
And that is it.
Yeah, real simple. You know, takes a little forethought as far as preparation goes.
A little bit.
Really, really easy to do.
Looks fancy. Well, what do we got coming up later?
We're going to do a pork belly confit skewer with a little bit of pickled mustard seed aioli.
Okay, you're going to have to explain that one to me, definitely.
I certainly will.
In a little bit, we'll come back and make that, and maybe we'll bring some of this back home for you guys. For now, back to you.
I sure hope so, Ryan. Coming up next, a lot of planning goes into hosting Christmas for family and friends, including the menu.
Yep, Ryan Rababa joins us this morning from Columbia.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, good morning, guys. I'm so full I can barely even think. We've been trying all this food out here. We're here this morning with Chef Dennis from Culinary Adventures in Columbia. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I'm full. What have we been eating so far?
All kinds of stuff. Let's see. We started with corned beef sliders.
Yes.
We had a little bit of pickled onion, Havarti cheese, and a horseradish cream sauce on those. Then we moved on to the tomato bruschetta with the pesto, mozzarella.
That was so good.
And the balsamic caviar.
Our friends back at the studio are jealous.
That's a good thing to be jealous of.
Now, what are we making now?
We're going to do some pork belly skewers. So here we have, what I've done here is I've cured and roasted this pork belly. I cured it for 24 hours and I roasted it for 5 hours on low heat. So then I just cool it down and I get nice small pieces out of that I can put on a skewer. I've got my pan hot. Those are going to go right in there just to get the heat through them.
Now, we call these easy appetizers because they're easy to put together, but they do take some planning.
They do take some planning. You know, there's a little bit of forethought that goes into them. You know, you can certainly use leftover ham for this appetizer. I think this would be a really good thing to do with turkey as well if you have some of that.
Yeah.
As long, you know, the trick is here to have cold meat that you can slice into nice sized cubes or, you know, rectangles in this case.
Okay.
So what we'll do here is we'll just kind of turn those once. You see they've started to caramelize already.
Yeah, that was quick. Pan is hot.
Hot pans, that's right. What we're going to do here, we're going to let that go for just another second. We're going to transfer this to another pan.
I wish our friends at home could smell this because, oh my gosh, it smells so good.
And we're going to apply another type of heat to this appetizer, okay?
All right.
So what we'll do is here, we'll just take our paper towel and we'll just dab some of that fat off. Here we have a mixture of sugar, paprika, and cayenne pepper.
Okay.
We'll just do a nice liberal sprinkle over the top. I've got my trusty blow.
Oh, cool.
It's going to brulee the top of those. So we're just caramelizing that sugar.
I always find a reason to bust out the torch, right?
Absolutely. It's going to add a nice dramatic effect to the outside of that pork belly. It's also going to wow your guests. When you have something like this going on at home, people tend to stick around and wonder what you're up to.
All right.
Okay?
Now what's next?
Now we're going to take our skewer and just pick those back up and put them on a plate. So this will make for easy pickup when your guests
Yeah, that's nice, and it'll look nice laying out on the plate. Now, tell me about this sauce right here.
So this is a pickled mustard seed aioli. We've done basically the same thing as we did with the pickled onions. We took sugar and vinegar and we boiled it, and then we boiled the mustard seeds in the vinegar mixture for about 45 minutes, and then we mixed it with Dijon mustard and a little bit of mayonnaise, some scallions, some lime juice, a little bit of soy sauce. And that's going right over the top of these. You might think that looks a little bit drab, but what we can do to spice that up a bit is some fresh green onions.
Wow.
As well as a little bit of sliced radish.
Cool. Now tell me, you guys have classes here. You got a class coming up in January. Tell me about it.
We've got several classes coming up in January, February, March. We've got Valentine's Day dinner. We have our Scotch tasting in January. We've got a full calendar, essentially, January through March.
You can head to the website. It's ComoCulinaryAdventures.com. And thank you for having us today. That was wonderful. Everything's been great.
Thanks.
For more info on how you can take a class here or even do a private event, head to the website. And for now, we will send it back to you guys. And I'm going to try this.
Okay, thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan Robabla.
Yeah, Ryan Rumba.
Yeah, I know her name. Well, coming